I just picked up Robin Hood Prince of Thieves at a used video game store here in Des Moines, and I've been playing it here the last couple of days, and it's not a terrible game. This game is not completely awful. It's not complete and utter garbage. There are some good things about this game, but you know, I have to admit, Robin Hood is not exactly the most intriguing character I've ever seen in my life. I've never been too big of a Robin Hood fan. You know, he steals from the rich and gives to the poor. He's a great guy. But with that all being said, he's got no personality. I mean, what Robin Hood is like, he's got nothing. He doesn't say anything that stands out. He doesn't do anything that stands out. He wears tights. I mean, Men in Tights brings back awful memories for me. When I was 16, I was at this party, okay? And I saw this girl in tights, at least I thought it was a girl, wearing tights and a jean miniskirt. She had the most beautiful rosy cheeks, a perfectly cylindrical ass, a curvy little body on her, and she took my hand and took me upstairs. I was drunk. I wasn't seeing everything perfectly clear, but she took me upstairs into this room, locked the door, sat me on the bed, and we started making out, and I was getting into it. I was really feeling the passion, and it was hot, and it was sexy, you know. And as we're making out, I put my hand up on her neck, and I felt a fucking Adam's apple. I was making out with a fucking guy. It was one of the most awful, disgusting, nasty experiences of my life. And this game brought back those terrible, just awful flashbacks. But luckily this game wasn't as awful as that experience, and I'm gonna show you why. Take a look at this. And this is apparently the story. And I mean, the story pretty much speaks for itself. Obviously the story is gonna follow the movie that had Kevin Costner in it. So really, it doesn't have to have a story in order for you to know what's going on here. And this is cool. You can pick up weapons, and you start off with this sword here. And Quiet Englishman. This guy's torturing this guy. You have to kill him first, and you free this guy here. And who the fuck is that? Chuck Norris? Who the fuck is that? Is that Robin Hood or Chuck Norris? But obviously we have to get this guy out, and you'll see here pretty soon that we're gonna search this guy's body that we just killed, and we will find a key. See, look at this. Search. Alright. And I found a hidden door key. See, that's what's cool is, I don't know of any NES games where you can do this, where you can search bodies, pick up keys, and then look at this. I just unlocked this door. So already I'm looking at stuff that you don't normally see in a Nintendo game. I mean, this is a game that was made back in the very early 90s. You didn't see this in Nintendo games where you had these options. And there's more than just this. And obviously, as you can see, I'm talking to this NPC here, which is another cool thing. I mean, other than the RPGs that came out on the NES, you really weren't able to talk to a lot of the NPCs in these games. And look at this. I'm going to search here, and I'm going to pick up a key. And it's just, isn't that awesome? Isn't that cool? Look at these options. Talk, look, search. I mean, you have different options. You can pick stuff up. You can use items and weapons. And it's really cool. And look at this. You're going to see a battle here in a different perspective. And check this out. This is like the battle perspective from the Tales games that you saw in more recent. And look at this. Look at this flip. Look at this crazy ninja fucking flip you can do. How many fucking NES games can you do like a crazy ninja flip like this? Like, this is the craziest, coolest shit ever for a Nintendo game. Like, this was so innovative back in the day. And look at this. Just crazy flips and shit. And oh fuck, I died. Yeah, I was getting too into the whole crazy ninja flip shit that I lost my train of thought here. But check this out. You can duck. You can fucking duck. I mean, look at this shit. You can duck. How many Nintendo games were there where you could duck and do flips, crazy ninja flips, and use swords and equip items and talk to NPCs and just, there are so many different things in this game that make it cool. There are many different aspects that make this game cool, but unfortunately there are a couple of things that bog this game down, and I'm going to get into it right now. First off, this game is just... there is way too much brown and dark green in this game. I mean, the complexion in this game is like a mixture of diarrhea, vomit, and shit. And it's just... This is without a doubt one of the ugliest games I have ever played. And this level right here, this is probably the brightest level in this game. And all it is a river. It's water. They had to make water blue. So, and this is probably the brightest, most colorful level in the whole fucking game. It's full of muddy greens and browns, and it's ugly and devoid of personality. It's not a world to linger in or explore, like in Zelda, where you could find different, secrets and, interesting areas. This game doesn't have any of that. That's one of the bad things. When you look at this game, you will feel like you just woke up after a long night of drinking in bed, only to see Rosie O'Donnell staring right back at you, holding your cock. That is how ugly this is. And here's one of the good things you're looking at right now, is in the menu you can go down and pick different items and you drag them up, and you can equip them on the hands. You can pick up bread and different foods off of enemies, and you can go down there in inventory, pick it up, and drag it up to that mouth that you see up there in the top right of the player there. Stick it in the mouth, and he eats it, and you gain health. So it adds an RPG element to this game. You find different weapons, you can equip them manually, you can look at the map, and there's just different things. It makes you want to like this game. I mean, you want to like this game. But once again, there are things that bog it down. And another one of the things that bogs this game down is the fact that you can't save. Why the fuck can't you save? This is something I'll never understand, is not putting a save feature in a game. I mean, when you die after getting to a certain point in a game and you have to go all the way back to the beginning of the game? I don't understand what you could possibly have been thinking letting a game come out where you can't even save. Oh, fuck off! And here's, upcoming here pretty soon, you're gonna see another feature I liked about this game, is another battle mode that they introduce here. It's like a top-down perspective. It's really far away. It's almost like Romance of the Three Kingdoms perspective here. It's amazing. It's amazing that this game had so many cool features, but yet two things that really bog it down. And this is it here. This is cool. I mean, you can do co-op with your buddy here, with Robin Hood's buddy, and you can rape enemies with each other here. As you can see, we're just destroying all these enemies, and we win. See, I won. You managed to defeat the guards, but you sustained casualties. Okay, well, but it's cool because there's just so many different features. I mean, so many different ways of battling in this game, and it just, this game is so innovative, yet there's such big failures also. And it's just sad, because this could have been an epic game if you just could have had a save feature and some brighter levels. That's all it would have took. Just a little bit of tweaking, and this game would have been legendary. It would have been great. Robin and Azim narrowly escaped the guards after a 10-month journey. How am I supposed to read this? Anyways, now here we are in the forest as we're getting farther in the game, and I just want to wrap this up with just saying that this game has so many different cool features. It brings so many new things. Oh my gosh, is this Ben Kenobi? Look at him. He looks just like fucking Ben Kenobi from Star Wars. But no, I just want to wrap this video up with saying that, I mean, it has a decent soundtrack. It has good combat system, cool different battle systems in this game, as you saw. 3 different battle modes that you can do. It has cool weapons. I mean, this game had so much potential. This game could have been one of the best classics on the Nintendo, but it isn't because of 2 glaring, huge issues, and there is no questions about it. You cannot question me on this. This game is clearly very ugly. Look at these green trees. Look at this brown fucking ground. This makes up 80% of this fucking game. That is inexcusable. The fact that you can't save is inexcusable, and you cannot debate me on that. There is no debate. No fucking questions asked. That is inexcusable. There has to be a save feature in a video game. I don't care what the fuck game it is. You have to put a fucking save feature. And there isn't even a save feature in this. That is a huge issue, and it's just, oh, it's mind-numbing. It's unbelievable to me how you can let a game come out without a save feature. It's just common sense, common courtesy. It's video game 101. But, with that being said, I am not going to sit here and say that this is a bad game. This is not a bad game in the traditional sense of a truly bad game, an awful game. This is not awful, this is not bad. This game is just very average. It's a very average game in my opinion, because of the 2 glaring issues that it has. There were things that I just loved about it, and because of those things, I am not going to label this game as bad. Do I think it's worth playing? Yes. Do I think it's worth playing for an extended period of time? Probably not. Unless you can suffer through the fact that you can't save, which I highly doubt any completely sane person will. But, yeah. Yep. That's the review. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. And, goodbye, my friends.